Okay, as long as I've been playing electric football and as long as I was playing as a youth, I played defensive back, so I've always wanted to simulate that interaction between the cornerback and the receiver. I also was always interested how the tight end was covered by either the outside linebacker or strong safety. As you know, in electric football, they don't usually follow with the receiver for obvious reasons. So what I like to do is a couple different things. This is a basic way when you're not getting into a lot of the dials or the total team control bases, stuff like that, where you're just playing with rookies or even ITZs. There's a couple ways you can play. Most of the time when I show videos, I show my corners coming down or playing in like an arc where they make a big circle where they jam and then retreat. This is a way where they're just going to trail. The outside corners are going to trail. The only thing about it, when you trail and you bail out like that, if they bail out too fast, there's going to be easy short completions underneath. So you always have to have something underneath to the inside of the corner to make sure they don't just, pop you with quick, easy passes. So on each side, I got something different going on. Okay, on the weak side, I have the outside linebacker. So basically the outside linebacker is going to be coming from the outside in to either pick up the running back or to blitz, depending on how close up on the line of scrimmage he is. In this case, he's back a little bit, so he's just going to pick up the running back. But the other thing he's doing is taking away that underneath, like I was saying, so that if the corner bails out too fast, that receiver isn't wide open. Because if there's no linebacker there and he just bails out too fast, you got an easy completion. So that's the purpose of the outside linebacker being there. And depending on how fast he is, he can be 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. It can be 7. It can be 10. In this case, I'm not real familiar with these bases, so it's going to be 7. So when the board turns on, he's going to come up, and he's going to come about here. The receiver's going to be there. No matter what the corner does, that quick pass should not be open, or it should be very difficult. Okay, on the other side, now I'm going to talk about the tight end. This is what I came up with the tight end. A lot of people just line right up over him, fight with him at the line, try to push. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of line him up the same way as I do on this other side. He's going to be the 5 or 7 yards off. He's going to give him a free release, off the line. Now, what he's doing is he's running in between the end and the excuse me, and the outside linebacker. So he's going to release, but he's going to be right in here in between these guys. Now, the linebacker still got to come up and take care of his responsibility as a running back. So the only way the linebacker is going to be engaged with that tight end is if he runs it out. So it's basically a bracket coverage on the tight end. He's going to be outside of him. He runs it out. If he clears and clears that defensive end, once he clears the defensive end, that's where your strong safety is back here. And you can set him back as far as you need to, depending on how fast you think he is. Okay, so that's how I will cover those 3 eligible receivers and then the 2 backs coming out of the backfield. Of course, the middle linebacker's there to fill the A gap, and or if there's a run up the middle. And then there's your free safety, who you can either have really deep and coming up or close and going back. So in this case, I got him coming up. So let's run the play. I'm going to run the board till the quarterback gets about here, and then I'm going to see how my coverage is holding up. Okay, as you can see, you see the coverage there outside. He held it long enough till he got to him. There's the linebacker picking up the running back. Over here, the linebacker was trying to pick up the running back, but see how the end tried to make a slant because he bailed out way too fast because he's just a fast corner. But the outside linebacker was there. Now you look what I was talking about with the tight end. The tight end clears, but he's in between these 3. He's bracketed between these 3 guys. And the strong safety is in good position to pick him up. Now, if I run the board a little longer, you can see where the strong safety picks him up like he's supposed to. He's still covering. Now he's actually covering 2 guys. This corner is just way too fast. Still got good coverage over there, and then he's picking up the running back. So that's just something that I kind of figured out. Like I said, you can either turn this free safety around, bring him up close to the line of scrimmage, and have him retreat like the corners. But then you've got too many guys going the wrong direction. So if it's a running play, you've got 3 guys running away from the play. So you might only want to have that free safety coming forward, but you'd have to have him deep, or else he's going to come up too fast.